The word wonderful has been used a lot the last few days. Well, in fact, throughout this whole championships. So, the final female action. Before the men come out, it's time for the final of the women's 4x400 metre relay. World leaders, the USA, setting qualifying here, 3:21.66. Can they go faster? Well, with the team they've got assembled on paper, it looks likely. But this is the World Championship final. These World Championships have been unpredictable. There's the team from Germany. They'll start on the outside in lane number 9. Botswana. Lane number 8 for them. And inside Botswana will be the team from Nigeria. Yep, worked on the moves. And the defending champions. No McPherson in their squad. She was 6th in the 400 individual. But the defending champion will start in lane number 6. And a big roar for the team from Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Bronze medalist 2 years ago. And then the strong team for the United States. 4 women in the world have run under 50 seconds this year. 3 of them are in their lineup. The team from Poland, they'll line up in lane number 3, and then completing the lineup, the team from France. So, the penultimate event of the World Championships, but always exciting women's 4x400 metre relay, and that's an overhead shot. And potentially a team that could win another world title for the USA. They've won this title 7 times. Alison Felix, she'll be on the second leg, the world leader this year over the 400 metre distance. She got a bronze in the 400, gold in the 4x100 metre relay. She now has 15 World Championship medals. She's surpassed Merlin Ottey, she's surpassed Usain Bolt. And the American team of Hayes, Felix, Wimbley and Francis is a very, very strong one. Can anybody stop the Americans?
I'm not sure, Catherine. It really is a quality lineup. 3:21.66, that world lead. Then you're looking to the likes of Great Britain, bronze medalists in the last 2 years. And, you know, what psychological bonus to a team when you've got someone as decorated and experienced as Alison Felix.
Well, they're bringing in Felix. They've also brought in Phyllis Francis for their last leg, and she won the individual medal over the 400 metres. Like I say, Felix 49.65, Quinera Hayes will lead them off 49.72, and Phyllis Francis 49.92.
You have to go with that American team, don't you? For second, I think you also have to go for Jamaica. I think there'll be more of a battle on for third. Very strong Jamaican team.
Oh, there is. They've got the very experienced Novelyn Williams-Mills on their final leg. Made the 400 metre final here, was in that World Championship team that won 2 years ago, as was Sharika Jackson, who runs third leg for them. 5th in the 400 metres here, Jackson. So the defending champions, there may not be no McPherson in their team, but with Gordon, McLaughlin, Wilby, Jackson and Williams-Mills, they'll be in with a shout as well. That's Quinera Hayes, the world number 2 this year. And there is the ever-experienced Novelyn Williams-Mills. 5 World Championship medals she has. Come back from health problems, battled breast cancer, and is still running on the world stage at a very high level. The British team as well in lane number 5. Clark, Nielsen, Doyle and Diamond, bronze a couple of years ago.
Yeah, and they brought in Ailey Doyle, the team captain, who has taken the place of Perry Shake-Strayton, who ran in the heats.
Yep, 400 metre hurdle finalist here, Ailey Doyle. That's the back of Zoe Clark, a semi-finalist over the 400 metres here. Did well though, ran a personal best, 51.81 seconds. So the final setup is being made of the blocks for this women's 4x400 metre final. The athletes wait. Emily Diamond, she'll run the final leg for the British team. Amantle Moncho, a former world champion. She'll be on the final leg for Botswana.
Starters coming up next.
So the final of the women's 4x400 metre relay. Will it be an 8th gold in this event for the USA? Can the defending champions Jamaica win the title again? Here's your lineup. As always throughout these championships, from lanes 2 to 9 are being used. In the pre-event favourites, the USA starting 4, the defending champions in 6, and the bronze medalist 2 years ago, Great Britain, Northern Ireland, starting 5. So we're ready to rock and roll. Germany will start on the outside in lane number 9. Spellmeyer, Muller, Gonscher, Mergenthaler, she'll bring them home. Botswana, they're brought home by Amantle Moncho, the former world champion, in 8. Nigeria in 7. Paysons George on the first leg, Yinka Ajayi on the last. There's the defending champions, Gordon, McLaughlin, Wilby, Jackson, Williams, Mills. Centre lane for Great Britain and Northern Ireland. They look good in qualifying. Clark, Nielsen, Doyle and Diamond.
United States of America.
The United States, Hayes, Felix, Wimbley and Francis.
Lane 3, Poland.
Poland will start in lane number 3. Justina Sviti will bring them home on the final leg.
Lane 2.
And then in lane number 2, the French team, 6th in 2015. The final of the 4x400 metre relay for women. France, Poland, USA, Great Britain, Northern Ireland, Jamaica, Nigeria, Botswana and Germany. They've had a wonderful championships, the USA. Can in this penultimate event, they win gold again? So, a clean start is expected in a 4x400 metre final. Quinera Hayes of the USA in lane number 4 going out hard as expected, as is George of Nigeria in lane number 7. So down the back straight, Holub of Poland trying to hold on to Quinera Hayes. Jamaica going well with Gordon in lane number 6. So, Jamaica, Nigeria, Hayes for the USA. They'll swing round into the home straight. It's the longest leg of a 4x400 metre relay. They stay in lanes and hand it over. And Chris-Anne Gordon of Jamaica has had a wonderful leg, as has Quinera Hayes of the USA. Let's see who hands over first. It's the United States of America. On to Allyson Felix, the most medalled athlete ever in World Championship history. Felix down the back straight. There's been an injury to Jamaica. An injury to McLaughlin will be on the second leg for them, but down the back straight, it's a huge lead already for the Americans.
Massive disappointment for the Jamaicans. That creates an opportunity for others. Allyson Felix leads. Watch the Nigerians. They're in second place. Great Britain coming through in third. And the Botswanans and the Poles trying to come wide on the outside. Felix is out in a class of her own here. Great running by the British quartet, and Poland in third. USA, Great Britain, Poland, that's the top 3.
Shakima Wimbley for the USA, Allyson Felix, a fine run of course, but look at the battle for the other medals. Ailey Doyle, Lavia Nielsen, her teammate, ran a storming second leg. USA, Great Britain, Poland, Gawarska on the third leg for them. Nigeria are trying to get back into this one in fourth place. The American team are gone. They're leading this by some 60 metres. But Ailey Doyle of Great Britain, Northern Ireland kicks. She's making a little bit of a gap here between herself and the Polish athlete. So USA are going to hand over with a 50-metre lead. USA with Phyllis Francis now on the final leg. Ailey Doyle hands over to Emily Diamond. Poland in third. The crowd roar because of the position of the British athletes. Phyllis Francis, the individual gold medal winner in the 400 metres. Barring injury, USA are going to take gold in this one. Emily Diamond having a storming leg down the back straight for the British team. The Polish athlete here is struggling. Sviti, she's potentially going to be swallowed up here. Botswana, Amantle Moncho, trying to get back in the mix, but the USA have gone. Phyllis Francis going to bring them home for a gold medal. Great Britain, Northern Ireland as the crowd roar. Are they going to hold on for silver? Oh, what a finish here from Sviti. USA take gold. Great Britain and Northern Ireland take silver, and Poland pick up the bronze. Well, there was some super fast running by the French team and the Nigerian team. 3:19.03. A 2-second world leading time by the Americans. Well, I mentioned the 4 athletes that have gone under 50 seconds in the individual 400 metres this year. 3 of them were in that US team. Great running by them, super running by the British team, and Poland, well, they did hang on and pick up the bronze. They were finishing fast.
Well, you just can't beat that sort of quality. And the Americans had it in depth, didn't they? They poured it on, they poured it on. Felix, well, when she strode down that back straight on the second leg, it was all over. It really was.
Well, let me read you out the splits that I've got for the US team. 50.5 for Hayes from a standing start. Then Felix, 48.8. What an athlete she is. Then Wembley, 49.6, pretty good. And Phyllis Francis brought them home, 50.1 unpressed.
Well, a great performance from the American team. Felix, I think, was the real key to that victory, if there ever was one, because she made it without any question, out of context for everybody else. Great run by the Great Britain team. Tragedy, though, for the Jamaican team. On their second leg, you know, it was almost as if they were going to move in and come out and challenge the Americans, and it was all over.
Well, it's almost as if the Jamaicans are jinxed at this championship. They have been so unlucky and so uncharacteristically out of sorts, as opposed to the United States, who now have 10 golds, 10 silver medals and 9 bronze medals. Great performance from the British quartet. I think when the Jamaicans went out, Catherine, that gave them a massive opportunity, and they took advantage of it and gave themselves a brilliant opportunity to hang on to silver.
Well, they did. They're always going to be in contention. You know, a medalist a couple of years ago in the centre of the shot there, Lavia Nilsson ran an absolutely storming second leg, just like she did in the qualifying, Peter. I don't know what her split was for the British athlete.
No, well, I haven't got that yet, but I mean, she ran 50.5 or so in the qualifying, and this was surely at least as good. Tremendous performance. And on all marks to Ailey Doyle too, because she hasn't been in top form this year, but they brought her in for this race. Slightly questionable to replace Czech Drayton, but she was very strong, wasn't it, when it mattered?
Confirmation then, USA take gold again, 3:19.02. Great Britain and Northern Ireland pick up a medal with silver, and Poland pick up the bronze.
6 seconds. That's just an incredible winning margin. Totally dominant.
We look at Phyllis Francis here on the final leg. It's a wonderful position to be in a 4x400 metre relay. I promise you, when your teammates have done everything for you and you just have to coast round. But look at the battle here. Sviti of Poland went wide into the second lane. She had an absolute blinding leg as well, the Polish athlete. But such was the advantage that the British team had, she couldn't close back on Emily Diamond.
Well, Sveti is one of those great athletes on relays, particularly. We've seen it time after time that she runs really well on the last leg for them. They brought her in for that. Lovely, smooth action here. The Americans in a different class.
And for Alison Felix, she's got 16 World Championship medals now. She was desperately disappointed with her bronze in the individual 400 metres. The relay split that Peter's just told us, well, you know the story. If she could have replicated that in the individual, then it would be a different story.
But some athletes are totally different, aren't they, in relays than what they are in the individual events. I think really, as I said before, Felix's, that second leg for me was a real highlight. You know, because she literally just tore down the back straight. I've never seen her do anything like that in the individual. And in the end, she came back with that wonderful performance.
Well, anything sub 49 seconds in terms of obviously individual running is absolutely superb. But even in relay running, Peter, a 48-point split is something that not many have done in recent years.
No, you have to allow a little bit for a running start, don't you? So you won't quite replicate that in an individual race, but that's certainly worth, well, in the mid-49s anyway.
Well, it was a wonderful race by the Americans. Outstanding championships for them.